Greetings! It is I, Foolish, bringing you another reading for the chronically ill. What are you chronically ill somebody's doing? What's going on? No reverse Moody's, okay? No reversies. Hey, should we just take it? Just for funsies? What do we got? 4? Oh. 4. Let's get one more. We like to do 5. I was thinking about one benefit to being chronically ill. I've been binging Forensic Files on Netflix. I'm not sure if it's the theme song or the documentation of the budding science that is forensics. These cases are from the early 90s. Very, some of those groundbreaking cases in forensics. I love forensics. I think it's fascinating. And I was just thinking, you know, being a chronically ill person, occasionally there's a story about somebody being hauled in for questioning for a heinous crime. And I was just thinking to myself, man, that would be the fastest investigation in history if they were to try to pin something on me. Or perhaps if I had done it, which I certainly don't plan on it. I mean, they would just find me taking a nap right next to the victim. All they'd have to do is ask anyone who knows me, do you think Foolish is capable of committing this crime? Mr. Foolish would be like, does it require a lot of cleaning? Then no. Just rule out my wife, because it's impossible. Nearly impossible. Does it require her to skip nap time? Then no. No, my wife didn't do it. No way. I mean, I have a constant alibi. It's like, oh, is that, Mr. Foolish should be like, when did that happen? When did that crime get committed? Oh, it's on a weekend? Well, I don't even need to hear the date, detectives. I know for sure my wife was taking a nap at that time. You know, there's something to be said for that. To be too exhausted to commit crimes. I'd get ruled out almost immediately. I'm gonna take this guy. Yeah, exactly, right? For some reason, we've started to get 6 and 7 cards now. My last reading, it hasn't been uploaded yet, but I got 7 cards for that one too, and now I've got 7 cards for this. And I think I broke the seal with the Chris Barnes video when I got 6. Alright, so I'm doing something a little different. I'm using a different guide for the read-ins now. I feel like I need to switch from the Jack guide, although we thank him for his service. I'm using Guided Tarot by Stefanie Caponi for these, okay? This takes me a little bit more time, but I feel like this is going to lead to more accurate read-ins because that is what I want to do. All right. Okay, so we have the Star. We have Queen of Pentacles. We have 8 of Wands. We have 8 of Swords. We have 5 of Sticks. We have 5 of Pentacles, and we have 9 of Wands. So Wands, and it's going to take a little bit more time than usual, but honestly, and I also enrolled in a new class. So the thing about this is I read out of a book so that I don't have to use my mind to try to retrieve the meanings out of my memory bank, which is often quite faulty, honestly. And my intuition can, but I mean, I think I'm just getting to the point where I need to learn how to work them both at the same time, okay? Alright, so let's see what's up with you guys. Boobies. Star, hope and healing. I hope so. Good. The star appears to lift your spirits after a time of painful or violent transformation and helps renew your faith and hope in the future. Healing energy is present, both in body and spirit. That's good news for you. That's good news for everybody. I feel super weird about taking the time to read these, but I'll just cut any extra shit out. I hate doing a lot of cuts, but we're going to have to, okay? Just bear with me. Thank you for your patience. Queen of Pentacles. Generosity and dependability. Who's being generous, though? Let's try and get some more details. Could be you, could be somebody who embodies the characteristics of being dependable, nurturing energy. Oh, look at this one. Fun. A fun-filled discussion is to be had, apparently. Ask yourself questions about your relationship with your body. Maybe don't. Maybe don't interview your body. It does indicate you should take good care of your body and focus on wellness. And hang out in nature if you can. And then, I dispute this claim. Caring for your home, cooking, or gardening will help you relax. Well, it depends, I guess. I guess it depends if you're able to do those things without, passing out or getting a gigantic migraine. Am I right? 8 of Wands. Alright, this is movement or quick action. Are you excited about an event that's on the verge of happening? It may involve travel or a new person coming into your life. Events move quickly. Relax and ride the wave of excitement. I mean, that would be awesome. This is funny. You've got a jam-packed social schedule and are busily meeting new people and having fun. Are you? At the doctor's office, maybe. You may soon be traveling somewhere exciting. Perhaps on a spontaneous trip. I hope that's not the ER, right? I guess a trip to the ER could count. 8 of Swords. How am I yawning already? It's not you guys, trust me. I've been awake for a whole 6 hours now. Apparently that's just too much for me. Feeling trapped, restriction. Oh, you don't know what that feels like at all. You are ready to confront some limiting and uncomfortable constraints, including self-imposed ones. Has anybody been keeping themselves from, I don't know, contemplating starting like a mobility or stretching program? Or maybe even a strength building one, which isometrics and calisthenics, they don't require external weights. A lot of those things you can do on the floor if you're concerned about balance, like for those of you with vertigo. Is anybody considering starting some kind of a strength program and you're not doing it because you're afraid you won't be able to do it? If you have the means for it, I will recommend attempting to get a referral for PT from your medical professionals. I think everybody needs PT, honestly. Oh, here's something that could be relevant. You've been feeling trapped in a situation that is no longer in alignment with your path. You know you need to begin to release yourself, but aren't sure how. Reach out for help if you feel stuck, and remember that you do not have to struggle alone. Try to get to PT. I feel like this has something to do with your physical condition. All right. I mean, your fitness. I don't want to say fitness. I hate that word. Your general preparedness, let's say. These guys are scrapping it out. Competition and rivalry, and also googly eyes. Googly eyes. This does fit. Talk about fitness. Fitness card in this reading. Annoying delays and circumstances beyond your control are asking you to slow down and pay attention to details. Try to keep your impatience in check. That's always a good skill. If you, with patience, the reward for it is the longer you practice it and the better you get at patience, the less things rattle you. People don't, traffic doesn't. And then you can use that life force for something else. Precious, valuable, rare, limited amount of life force. Taking on several creative projects or tasks at the same time will lead to the frustration of not finishing anything. God, I hate that. Man, I hate that. Focus on one thing at a time and see it through to its completion before beginning anything new. That's sound advice, man. That's legit. I sometimes have that problem because sometimes things turn into a side quest where I'm like, oh, shit, now I gotta take care of this before I take care of that. So then I'll get stopped over here, and then I'll go over here to work on this thing. And then next thing you know, there's two things that are not done. And then, ugh. Alright, well, apparently here, Dennis is walking right by some lovely filth. Focusing on lack, feeling physically or financially depleted. So weird this card would turn up for you guys. Let me scan this so we can see. Feelings of lack and loss and fear of scarcity. These emotions may have been caused by some set of circumstances leading to a lack of resources. When you focus on what you lack, it can be difficult to see that assistance is close at hand. Pentacles is not just money, it's health, material, anything resource related. Your mind. Creative solutions will appear when you ask for divine guidance. Health concerns may be looming in your life right now, but focus your mind on healing instead of suffering. I don't want to brag, but honestly, I can verify it. It's hard to pull yourself out of worrying about your suffering, especially if it's extremely chronic pain. It never wants you to forget that it's there. But sometimes you can do some Jedi mind tricks with yourself, and you can just keep saying that you're healing. Like, this sensation means that you're getting better, and it's, I don't know why. Maybe psychological, maybe divine. I don't really care, but I tend to have better days when I do that. So maybe try that. I mean, it sounds cuckoo, but the whole thing is cuckoo. Like, life is cuckoo. Just pick your cuckoo. You know what I mean? Like, if everything is nutty and absurd, then you might as well pick those things that work for you instead of against you. Right? Just a thought. Just try it. Try and let me know if it works. Jedi mind tricks, don't underestimate those. This guy, it's crazy. Let's not bundle them together or, maybe ask a friend to help. Let's not do that. 10 of Wands, be mindful of taking on too many responsibilities. It is perfectly reasonable to protect your energy and say no. Nah. Overwhelm, burdens. I don't need to, but let me just... 10 of Wands tells of the burdens of responsibility we carry, and it signals being completely overwhelmed by taking on too many tasks. Living at this level of action takes its toll on your body, nervous system, and emotions, leaving nothing for yourself or the people you love. That's why it's dangerous to get pulled into this whole all or not, like extreme, like all or nothing, especially if you've never trained before, never followed much of an exercise program before. Very, very careful. You got to be very careful, okay? And that's why I'm suggesting you try to get PT. Start out with very small things. He's trudging blindly forward, pushing himself to his physical limits. The man knows he must complete this task no matter how uncomfortable and stressful it feels in the moment. Peace of mind is just on the other side of this experience. You know what the problem with this, though? And this happens. I'm getting a whisper. Guilt. Do you ever feel guilty for being chronically ill? And then other people, you feel like you're putting them out because you can't do as much laundry as perhaps your housemate or a family member. Like, there's days where you're completely assed out and you can barely move, right? So that when you get even a little bit of juice, what do? You overwork because you almost feel like you have to make up for the fact that somebody had to help you, right? Does that happen a lot? If it does, I'm not going to tell you how to approach it, but you may want to consider really sitting down and thinking, how often does that guilt drive you to basically repeat the same pattern over and over again? If you don't rest up and you force yourself to do stuff that you're overtaxing yourself with, then you don't recover. So then you're always at like a baseline of 2 when you could be at 2 today, right? Rest up and be at a 5 tomorrow. Take on tasks still at that 2 level. And then maybe even have a couple days of 5s. Just think about it, okay? Just consider it. Let me see if there's anything else in here for you. Saying yes to everything and everyone has left you feeling burned out and overburdened. Creating boundaries and saying no can feel uncomfortable, but it's much more sustainable than taking on the weight of the world. You may be taking on incredible amounts of responsibility or creative projects in order to meet your personal goals. For a chronically ill person, maybe. I mean, that's always... It's not like you guys are completely exempt from the stated meanings of these cards. But I'm just trying to zero in on certain facets that may apply to you a little bit more than someone who's not you, I guess. So the Star, hope and healing, your resources, fast action, maybe a little too fast. maybe this fast action might have something to do with the way that you impose limitations on yourself. Then you're fighting with yourself about it. You don't seem to want to ask for help. You want to carry this whole thing by yourself. Or you don't want to, you just feel like you must. Bypassing help. Competition, probably between tasks, right? Which is what this is too. Here's how I'm interpreting these cards. Alright. One of the reasons why I read the meaning out loud is so you don't feel like I'm pulling this out of my ass. Because I do get intuitive thingies. I do get telegrams from Skeeter, my internal Komodo dragon that tells me things. Hope and healing, managing your resources. Something's going to come up that you feel like you're going to limit yourself. Because it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a competition. This normally is a good card. I think in this situation, I don't think it is. I think it's almost a warning. Ask for help so that you don't end up like this guy. Okay? Hope and healing, manage your resources, watch out, something's coming quick. I'm almost saying it might be good to impose some limits on yourself in this situation. Because things that require your energy are going to be battling it out. Ask for help so you don't end up like this guy. That's my reading, okay? I hear fireworks even down here, so I'm going to thank you for joining me, and I will see you at another time.